Hey guys, welcome back to Jarvis Technology Solutions. It's been about 2 months. Got a lot of projects going on right now, but I know that people are still subscribing to my channel, which I greatly appreciate. So I wanted to make sure that I'm trying to stay consistent with uploading videos. Again, I know it's been almost 2 months, but I'm basically going to try to get down to doing at least a video, basically a week, and see how that goes. And I'm going to put a calendar reminder on my calendar to say, hey, go upload a video and make sure it's educational. Okay. So anyway, um, what I'm trying to do today is bridge the gap on the cybersecurity for small business and medium business. I didn't put medium business up there on the slide, but this is for small and medium business. And basically, the experience I had was last Thursday. I just moved into a brick and mortar building from my house. I've been working from my house for almost 2 years, roughly. So I decided to move into a brick and mortar office, and but with that, I was able to go to a networking event in Aiken, South Carolina, and it was humorous, but at the same time, it was an eye opener. I had my laptop set up, I had my TV set up, and I had all my graphs on the TV showing IPs going across the screen, logging going across the screen. I had my network map up and everything else, and it was kind of humorous seeing basically people walk by my screen and like what is that? And so I tried to explain it to some people, and some people do get it. Some people are like, okay, that's cool, and some people have no idea what it is. So right now, the goal or the objective is to help businesses understand the need for cybersecurity, and cybersecurity slash hacker slash throw your buzzword in there. Right now, everybody and their mother wants to do cybersecurity because it's such a buzz topic, and the government's paying, shelling out six-figure jobs for a sysadmin or for a security engineer or whatever. And the reality is, we can pay attention to the big businesses or the government for that matter. That all that is important. However, we also need to pay attention to the small businesses, to the medium businesses, the guys that don't necessarily have the ability to afford a full-time IT guy or a full-time security consultant or whatever. And so that's kind of what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to pull that together, and it's not an easy job because right now the perception is that cybersecurity is you know super expensive. I can't afford that, or why do I need that, or whatever. So to deep dive into this, or I'm gonna say shallow dive. I'm not gonna deep dive. I'm gonna shallow dive into this. Um, bridging the gap, security for small business. I'm gonna jump straight into it. Why is cybersecurity important? So first and foremost, you want to keep your data secure, especially those holding sensitive data. So if you have a doctor's office, a dental office, a financial institution, whatever, you want to keep your customers' data secure. If you have a data breach, then all that customer data is out there, and then all of a sudden they can be targeted as well. You want to ensure adversaries also don't use you as a pivot point. So what that means is if somebody gains access to your network, they can use your network to attack someone else. That has happened. It continues to happen today. So just keep that in mind. That's something that you don't want to happen. Attacks directed to your business, i.e., ransomware. So I don't have stats on me at the moment, but basically anybody's susceptible to a ransomware attack. It happens every day. Um, People are susceptible to other attacks like cryptojacking. I just had a customer that I've been helping out for the last 2 or 3 weeks that had a cryptojacking attack. And for those that don't know what that is, it's basically whenever somebody gets on your network and then uses your network resources to mine Bitcoin. So there are several different types of attacks. I won't go into them right now. I may do another video on those. But for all intents and purposes, these are the three things. These are why cybersecurity things are important. Cybersecurity things. This is why cybersecurity is important for all businesses, no matter what the size is. Why does security cost so much? Well, let's jump into that real quick. So bigger companies may charge more, and well, bigger companies have to pay their expenses. So you may be paying a bigger IT slash security business, thousands or tens of thousands of dollars to do your stuff. And so for a big company that makes sense. For a big company that's got hundreds of employees or whatever, hiring a bigger company to do that makes sense. It's a good idea. For small businesses or medium businesses, that they may not be able to afford that. So my recommendation would be going to find a local IT guy, or hopefully a local IT guy that is security minded. So I'll go up on that real quick. So for the last 20, 30 odd years, IT guys have been around, and I'm not hating on them. I mean, they've done a great job so far that I can tell with the actual IT piece. So now you have cybersecurity, and not all IT people or cyber security people or cybersecurity people for that matter. Um, you know, it's just that's kind of how it's come to be. It's like, okay, it's been, I just want to make this work. Is this working correctly? And I configure the server. Are the clients able to get to that server? Great, and that's all they care about. But what is missed is, okay, is this being transmitted securely? And not always. And so that's the difference, is that an IT guy can make things work. A security guy makes sure things are working and also working securely. But anyway, so I'll leave that as it is right there. Value to skill ratio. So again, government jobs, you can walk into a government job making six figures, depending on what your certifications, your degree, your work experience. You can walk to a job, and that's how it is with the government. That's how it is with big businesses. You want to be valued, but also you need that skill to back it up. For your small business guys, they can't excuse me, they can't afford a six-figure salary for somebody to secure their stuff. They probably can't afford, a $40,000 or $50,000, salary to secure stuff. So that's why I say, hey, you need to find that guy that's, charging you maybe 75, 125, maybe even $150 an hour to just come in there and make sure things are secure and stay secure. That's just my opinion on that. But so just keep in mind that there is a value to skill ratio, and that's another reason why security may cost more. And then moving, excuse me, moving into hourly rates versus fixed rates. So one thing that I've experienced in the last couple of years really is that you can do a vulnerability scan, or you can run updates on a PC or whatever. And sometimes those updates or those scans or what have you may take hours and hours and hours. And it depends on what it is, but it could take hours. And so if you're charging $100 an hour, and 10 hours later, so now you're charging that company $1,000 for doing updates. Um, what I've tried to do in the last little bit is basically try to make it more cost effective for the customer. So I still do charge hourly rates for certain people, for people that don't want a fixed rate. But for people that want fixed rates, I say, okay, so I'm charging you this number for this service, instead of saying hours and hours and hours. You're just charging me. I'm charging you this one fixed rate for this one service per month. And so that's something else you need to look at. Is the business charging you hourly, or are they charging you a fixed rate for that service per month? And then, is my business at risk? So this is a kind of a loaded question, but the answer is yes. Your business is at risk. Anybody that's connected to the internet is at risk, and here's why. If you have open ports on your firewall or your router or whatever, people or adversaries are scanning the internet every single waking minute of the day, of every week, of every year. Yeah, that trails off. But yes, if you have open ports, then yes, you're vulnerable. And as the saying goes, go for low hanging fruit. You can, why would you go for a big business that you know that might be secure already, versus a small business that might have no idea what security is? If I can beam into a port 3389 over the internet and just beam right into a server, then why not? That's what I would do. So the idea behind that is, yes, you are at risk, and yes, you do need to make sure everything's secure, because you don't want anything bad to happen, and you not even know about it really. Anyone can be at risk. Industry and size may vary. So I won't harp on that too much more, but basically, it doesn't matter if you're a one-man shop. It doesn't matter if you're 200 employees. Anything can happen, and the best idea is to make sure that it's secure. Period. Where to go from here? Consider what information your business retains. Is it sensitive? So I will say that it is more important if you are holding customer sensitive customer data to keep everything secure, you should be in compliance with all of the industry standards for your particular industry, such as HIPAA or PCI, DSS, GDPR. You should be in compliance if you're holding certain data, regardless. But yes, if you're not holding sensitive data, you still need to have some kind of basic security. But I wouldn't say as necessarily as much as somebody that is holding sensitive sensitive data. There you go. If you have a small company, 1 to 5 computers, do not pay thousands of dollars every month. So uh, I don't know if anybody realizes this or not, but I'm big on not charging someone out the wazoo for services. It's just not what I'm about. I like giving them a fair price and then doing the service, and then it's that simple for me. So if you're a small operation, please don't be spending two, three, $4,000 a month or whatever on for services. I would say less than that. I try to make a general price mark of 5 to 1,000, depending on what they have and what they're doing. And then last but not least, educate yourself. So this is another loaded one, but cybersecurity is such a big thing right now. You should at the very least go watch a couple of cybersecurity videos, go read up on some different things, just kind of sort of know what to look for. And we got a company right now that they kind of want us to put together a basically a what's the word for it, a platform to show them what to look for, if that makes sense. So the difference between what sorry, I'm losing my train of thought here. Basically the difference between a malicious URL or a malicious file and something that's not malicious. Basically just something to educate them on. So I've been pointing them already in the direction of saying, hey, this is what you need to go look at, or this is what you need to do. But just do your best to educate yourself so that you don't become more susceptible to it. And then finally, don't be the next victim of a ransomware attack or a data breach. Happens every single day. Just do your best. Do your best to educate yourself, and then not let it happen. And if you want to hire a consultant to kind of show you the ropes, then that's fine too. If I'm not a mechanic, so if I don't know how to do it, I'm going to go ask a mechanic. Say, hey, can you give me some insight on this? Same thing with any other industry. I just got done talking to a financial group the other day, and I learned a lot from about finances from them, just talking to them. But anyway, I hope you guys like this video. Please comment on it if you agree or disagree. I'm completely open to either one. And share the video out to whoever you would like to. But thanks, guys. Y'all have a good day, and y'all have a good one.